So Richie here with Statifying Football. Alright, this is a preview for the NFL Divisional Round playoffs. 4 games this weekend, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. It's getting really interesting right now. So the first game at 4:30 on Saturday, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. The Bengals, they took on the Las Vegas Raiders in the wildcard weekend. They beat them 26-19 in a pretty good game. Joe Burrow, 244 passing and 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 9 catches, 116 yards. And Logan Wilson had 12 tackles in the pass defense. They finished off by getting a late interception to stop Derek Carr and the Raiders from being able to score to tie the game up. So the Bengals were able to advance to go to play the number 1 seed, the Titans. The Titans had a bye week in the wild card round. They come in with a 12-5 record. They're the number 9 total offense, fifth in rushing offense. My bad. 12th in total defense, number 2 run defense, and 6th in scoring defense. Tannehill passed for 3,734 yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 picks. Derrick Henry should be back healthy for this game. Harold Landry had 12 sacks in the season. Kevin Byard, 13 pass breakups, 5 interceptions, and Christian Fulton, 14 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. I'm actually going to go with the Bengals here. The Titans, overall, their defense is not quite as good as I thought they would be. The Bengals offense is really good. They really pretty much need I don't really trust Tannehill too much to make the plays to win. I think Henry could win it for them, but I think they could be able to slow down Henry and then be able to score there. I'm actually going to go with the Bengals. I was going to go with the Titans originally because of Henry, but after looking everything up, I'm actually going to go with the Bengals to beat the Titans. All right, then on Saturday night, you got the San Francisco 49ers going into Green Bay to take on the number 1 seeded Packers. 49ers played Dallas great. They beat them 23-17. Jimmy G passed for 172 and an interception, but it was really a running game that got going. They ran for 169 yards in that game. Emmanuel Mosley, 12 tackles, and defensively had 5 sacks in that game, and shutting the number 1 deep offense in the NFL down. Green Bay coming in, they had 13-4 record, 10th in total offense, 8th in pass offense, 10th in scoring offense, 9th in total defense, but the rest of their defense was kind of mediocre. Aaron Rodgers on the season passed for 4,115, 37 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Devontae Adams, 123 catches, 1,553 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Both running backs, A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, had pretty good years, right around 800 rushing yards each of them. Devondre Campbell, 146 tackles. Eric Stokes, 14 pass breakups, 1 interception. Rizzo Douglas, 13 pass breakups, 5 interceptions. Darnell Savage, 9 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. Adrian Amos, 8 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. It's going to be like 2 degrees in Green Bay, 30% chance of snow. Honestly, I think that this all bodes for a 49er upset victory in Green Bay. The Niners have been gotten their running game going really well, which bodes well for this kind of weather. Their defense has been great, really all season long. I think they can actually force Aaron Rodgers to throw maybe 2 interceptions. He's made a career of not throwing interceptions. Like I said, only 4 all season long. I think they forced him into mistakes. I think the 49ers are going to go in there and shock a lot of people and upset Green Bay in this divisional round. All right, moving to Sunday. You got the Bucs taking on the Rams. Bucs did what they wanted against Philadelphia. 31-15 victory. It was 31-0 in the 4th quarter before Philly scored. Tom Brady passed for 271 and 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans, 9 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. He defensively forced 3 turnovers. Rams, they took on an overmatched Arizona team. Arizona did not look like they were ready. Kyler Murray looked flustered and confused. Rams won 34-11. Stafford, decent game, 13-17, 202, and 2 touchdowns. It was their defense that came into play, holding Arizona 183 total yards, had an interception return for a touchdown, and they did run for 140 yards in that game. I think it's going to be different. Earlier this year, the Rams did beat the Bucs 34-24, but the difference was there were about 6 defensive starters out in that game for Tampa. Plus, at the time, the Rams had Deshaun Jackson. He beat the Bucs on 2 big plays, a 75-yard touchdown catch and another 40-yard catch later. They don't have anybody like that. Yeah, Van Jefferson, whatever. They have OBJ and Cooper Kupp, the Rams do, which are good, but they're middle ground guys. They're not really that burners. Even in the first, and I'm not worried at all about the Rams running offense because one, the first time they played, the Bucs held the Rams to only 75 rushing yards. Second, last week the Bucs took on the number 1 run offense in the league in Philly. Philly was averaging 159 rushing yards a game. Bucs held them to 95 rushing yards, and 34 of that was on 1 touchdown run when that was late in the game when it was all but decided. So they basically shut down the best run offense in the league. I don't think they'll have any trouble with the Rams' run offense. I think they'll be able to handle Kupp and OBJ. Yeah, they got Higbee and a couple other players or whatever, but I think the Bucs defense overall should handle it. Sure. And they will force Stafford into some interceptions. They should have had a bunch of interceptions the first time they played. And they'll force Stafford into some mistakes. Sure, the Rams will score a little bit. They'll get their stats or whatever. The biggest issue I see here, though, is the defensive line. Aaron Donald and Von Miller for the Rams are great. Tristan Wirfs, the right tackle for the Bucs, is hurt. But Leonard Fournette should be back. Should help take the pressure off a little bit. Keyshawn Vaughn showed up pretty well last week. Giovanni Bernard came back and showed up pretty well. So the run game could and should be able to take a little bit of pressure off of Brady. Also, people aren't really talking about this, but the Rams left tackle Whitworth is a little bit injured, and Stafford has a toe injury. He's been down playing, saying it's okay, but you never know what that kind of thing could mean. And he's going to have to escape JPP and Shaq Barrett and Devin White and everybody blitzing and whatever. So everybody's going against Tampa except Vegas. Vegas has Tampa winning by 2.5. I'm going to go with the Bucs to win a pretty close game, maybe 24-20, something like that. But I'll go with the Bucs winning and going to the NFC Championship game. And the final game of the weekend, the Bills and the Chiefs. Bills did what they wanted against the Patriots. The Patriots didn't even get off the bus. They won 47-17. Josh Allen played the first complete game I've seen him play. 21-25, 308, 5 touchdown passes, and 66 rushing yards. They had 482 yards of offense. Kansas City took on an overmatched Pittsburgh team, won 42-21. Pat Mahomes passed for 404, 5 touchdowns and a pick. Travis Kelce, 5 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown. It should be a pretty high-scoring game, but I still don't trust Josh Allen for a full playoff run. I think he'll make a couple more mistakes in this game. Kansas City, I think it'll be a shootout, though. It will go kind of back and forth, and I think Kansas City, in the end, shoots last and wins and goes to the AFC Championship game. So those are my breakdowns for the divisional round games. Check out my videos next week for the NFC Championship games and see who goes to the Super Bowl. Peace.